What's going on? It is Coach AJ Lew, and welcome to today's lesson. Today, we are going to talk about how people make decisions. And this is important for you to know because what people have done in the past will tell you what they're going to do in the future, right? So however people have made decisions in the past is how they will make decisions moving forward into the future. And so we're going to look at a couple different things that are going to be able to tell you exactly how people make decisions. So basically it's this versus this, and you'll understand what I'm talking about as we move through the lesson. So the first thing is, what are people motivated by? Or there's carrot people and there's stick people, right? Some people, when you dangle a prize in front of them, they're motivated through the pleasure, right? Through achieving. Other people are motivated by avoiding pain. Now, typically, most people are motivated by the avoidance of pain. But you do get those people that are like, man, don't tell me what's going to happen, right? Tell me what I can get. Tell me what I can achieve. And so understanding what kind of person they are, how is going to help you understand how they make decisions. And so what's a good question that you can ask someone in order to find out if they're a carrot person or a stick person? Well, one good question you can ask is, how did you choose your last job, right? How did you choose your last job? Some people are going to answer because, man, I chose my last job because I felt like I could really achieve something and it was a great company and I wanted to grow and I wanted to learn and da-da-da-da, right? What kind of person do you think that is? That's a carrot person, right? They want to go get the prize. They're motivated by what's possible, what's out there. And then another person might be like, man, I needed some money and they hired me and it's a good job. It's safe. It's secure. I got good benefits. What do you think that person is? That's a stick person, right? That's a person that doesn't want pain. So they're not necessarily going out and seeking the job that they want. What they're doing is they're doing work because they don't want to have the pain of being broke and have the pain of not being able to pay their bills and all that stuff, right? So that's the first one. The next thing is understanding, is someone a needs person or a possibilities person? And what I mean by that is someone motivated by what they need to do, or are they motivated by what's possible? And so what I mean by this is, there's different people that are like visionaries, right? And these people, you can tell them like, hey man, if you join this group with me, we can change the world, right? We can change the world. And they're motivated by the possibility of changing the world. Other people, you'd have to say, hey, if you join this group, you need to, you need to join this group because that's the only way that you're going to be able to survive, or that's the only way that you're going to be able to do this. That's a needs person, right? So you got to find out if they're motivated by needs or possibilities. The next one, what's their frame of reference? Okay, different people. Some people are very self-confident, self-assured. Other people, not so much, right? Other people are looking for external references to find out how they're doing. And so you got to know, does someone have an internal frame of reference or an external frame of reference? And the best way to figure this out is to ask them, just straight up ask them, say, hey, let me ask you a question. How do you know when you're doing a good job? And people with an internal frame of reference will say, I just know, man. I can feel it, right? I know when I'm doing a good job. I got my, I'm in flow. I'm grooving. I'm doing my thing. Someone with an external frame of reference will say something like, man, I know I'm doing a good job because my boss tells me, or my coach tells me, or because my parents tell me. Someone, that's externally motivated, right? That seeks external validation is going to refer to someone outside of themselves. So far we have pleasure versus pain, or carrot versus stick, right? We have possibilities versus needs. We have internal frame of reference or external frame of reference. So the next one is going to be, are they process oriented or are they end goal oriented? And what I mean by that is, does someone get excited about the planning and every step in the process and going through the whole journey? Or someone more motivated by like the end goal, like they don't give a shit what it takes to get there. They just want to get there. And so one way to figure this out is just to straight up ask, hey, let me ask you something. Do you get more excited about the process, or do you get more excited about the end goal, the result? And different people will tell you different things. Some people love the process, and other people only care about the end result. I'm an end result guy. I'm just, that's just my personality, but different people like different things. The next one is what's someone's preference in terms of, do they care about the details or do they care about the big picture? And so this kind of goes along with the process versus the end goal, but it's a little different, right? So an analytical person, they're going to want all the details. They're going to want the numbers. They're going to want the proof. They're going to want the case studies. They're going to want as much data as possible. But then other people, they don't give a shit, right? They want to know, what's the big picture? What's the vision? Where is this going to go? What is this going to look like? And so understanding that, you got to figure this out. Why do you got to figure all these things out? Is because in order to understand how a person's going to make a decision in the future, you have to understand how they made decisions in the past, right? So far, I'm going to go over, I know I'm giving you a lot today, man. First, we got carrot versus stick. Then we got needs versus possibilities. And then we got internally motivated or externally motivated. Then we got, do they like the process or do they like the end goal? Now we got, are they big picture oriented or do they like the details? The next one is someone motivated to take action based on the past or the future, right? Past results or future outcomes. And so some people, they all kind of work together, right? As you start to see these, they all kind of work together. But someone that's motivated by past results, that's someone that's like, so what have you done before? Let me see your results. Let me see your case studies. Okay, let's move forward. Some people don't care what you've done in the past. They want to say, okay, what are we talking about? What are we capable of? What's possible, right? That's a future based person. And then the next one is price versus ease, right? Does someone care about the price? Is that all they care about? No matter what it is, they just care about the price and the amount of money they're going to have to spend? Or do they care about how easy it is? I know most Americans, man, we're convenience based. We'd rather go stop by somewhere where we can get in and get out than we would to sit down and do the whole, spend the whole time doing all this stuff. But at the end of the day, man, different people have different preferences, right? Different strokes for different folks. And so I know this part of the lesson, to be honest, this is one of the most challenging things to do, because you really have to think, right? You really have to think when you're in your meetings or when you're talking to people. You really have to dive deep and say, man, is this person a carrot or a stick person? I got to pay attention to how they're talking. I got to ask some questions. Does this person care about what they need to do, or do they care about what's possible? Are they internally motivated or externally motivated? Do they care about the process? Do they care about the end goal? Do they care about the big picture, or do they care about the details? Are they worried about the past, or are they more concerned with the future? And do they care more about price, or do they care more about convenience and ease? So these are all things that you need to know. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to tell you that you have to know every single one of them for every single meeting, because that'd be a little ridiculous. But understanding at least one or two of these with each person that you're talking to will help you understand, when you get to the close, when you got to start making the sale, what the things are that you need to do in order to get that person to take an action. Okay. So your homework for today is to go through each of the ones that we talked about and write out 2 or 3 questions that you can ask in order to find out the answers. Pleasure, pain, needs, possibilities, process versus end goal, internal versus external, big picture versus details, past versus future, and price versus convenience. Go through and write down 2 to 3 questions for each one of those, of how you can figure that out throughout your sales presentation or throughout whatever it is that you're doing. And this is going to be very beneficial to you, but it's only going to be beneficial to you if you do it and if you put the work in. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.